Alright everyone, welcome to a new video. I am Phillip and welcome. And this is Phillip's Empire. Sorry, I'm still trying to work on the intro. Anyway, today we're going to restart on some Nobel Legacy. Seems to be, y'all seem to enjoy it. I'm changing spots from the last spot that we was at. I went ahead and ran to the new spot as I'm sure by now most people has already seen the start intro. If not, go check out my other video. I'm going to leave it up, and then the intro is in to the game is in that video. But I'm going to this spot that I've seen other people use. It just seems really well, so we're going to try it out. I've learned some things that probably going to do differently. When I started last time, I used a bunch of prefabs, which is nothing wrong with that. It's just in that area, it kind of was kind of smallish how I was trying to build the town, and this has a good bit. So we have a lot of roads and stuff. What I'm really excited about is all these fishing things. That's going to be handy. All this clay. Not really sure how I want to go about it, because I'm gonna put the fishery up here close to the water. Biggest thing is housing. That's kind of where I messed up last time, was housing. Ended up not having enough room because I didn't build the houses big enough, because I used prefabs just to make it quicker. I think I like the ideal of just building houses big enough to hold up to at least 5. I know they can hold up to at least 5. I think they can do 6. I'm not sure, but kind of want to have a housing district. Yes, I know that the walking times might change, but I might throw like a bigger house over there where I'm going to have the wood choppers and everything, and throw a couple big houses over here, like where the main city will be. But other than that, how we had everything going wasn't horrible. It wasn't bad. It's just a matter of city planning kind of screwed up on city planning. And then when I was like, well, I'm just going to ride with it and try to fix it and change things, I started having issues. I don't know if it was because of the new update or what, but I started having issues with roofs disappearing. Every time I would fix them and then go back into the game, I would try to make the video like a couple of times because it just kept messing up. I just kept having to do the same stuff over, and it was what I wanted to post. But anyway, without further ado, this is where we're going to be. This is a main road that leads into another road that leads into some more roads. It has a little road that goes up. This would be a good where we're standing right now. It would be a good area for the fishery up in this way. And honestly, at least a blacksmith. I'll probably spread those out in different areas. Blacksmith to collect all this clay, which is what we'll be needing at first. And then might could even have 2 fisheries. We'll see. Need to find a good place to put the starting house and the lumber. There's not many trees. That's the one thing that I dislike about this area. There's not like trees. They gotta have to kind of walk a good bit to get trees. That was what I liked about the other area that I had that we was building, and it had trees, but it didn't really have much fish, which just seems to be a pretty needed thing. The best place I could see for the lumber yard would be over here, honestly. That's kind of pretty far away. Might stick it right here in this little corner. It's not a horrible distance to go back and then to go down a little bit, but I see trees being a problem. I see trees being an issue. Anyway, let's just go with it. And worst case scenario is we'll figure it out as we go. Anyway, so what did I say that was going to be like literally right down the road? 'Cause I want to put the lumber. This would be a good hunting spot too. So, which that's way down the road. It's going to be lumber, and at least a house. I'll make the house big enough for at least 4 people. Probably just make the house big enough for 4 people because it's 2, and at least each of the thing. I'm not gonna go ahead and make it a bigger house, but anyway, so let's get something started so we're just not sitting here and talking. I like this little path down here. This is a nice little path area. This will lead to the fishing dock, and I'll probably also throw. I don't know, honestly, since I'm going to build that lumberjack, the trees are just so far away. There's very not very many trees. And this may be a weird place to build too. It's not super flat here as well, which was another issue that I was running into over there with my lawns. I guess I could put. This would be a good spot for a tavern. Right here somewhere, because it's like in the middle of the road. And then you could also have room to put the marketplace. Where the hill kind of stops would be. Oh, I didn't realize there was this here that changed things. You don't want to build on top of the resources. I'll go back down here. Closer to some trees, so yeah, we'll just this just wraps around that one. Yeah. Let's just go ahead. I hate to waste these trees. I don't know where we're gonna put the house yet. We'll figure that out as we go, I reckon. But I want to make this. Probably a Ford for decorations. Another issue that I was having with the other one, and the only thing I could think of was a tip that I got off another video that I didn't really think it would. I didn't think it really would matter. But no matter how much heating source I had, when it got colder, especially during wintertime, my people was always freezing, and they had plenty of. I just threw down campfires everywhere, even though I didn't like the way it looked. And then I stacked up. That don't make sense. I put extra. Like heat sources in houses. I put a lot in the tavern that I built. I did like that tavern that I built over there. If you didn't, that was a nice build. That was the building that I was having problems with. I think it's because how I built it, which is tragic. So odd numbers in this game seem to be an issue. It seems like if you go much past like 4 or so, when there's like you're gonna have a hole in the ceiling, it seems the game doesn't seem to like that. Because I built like a cool chimney thing. I was actually quite happy with that build. So is that going to be big enough? Or should I do 6 wide? That's kind of too big, honestly, as it is. I think a 4x4 is probably the smallest that I want to go, to be honest. Question is, thatch roof. I don't got wood unlocked yet. So would it use at least wood in this structure? That's okay. Try to debate if I want to throw a room over here or not, is what I'm trying to debate right now. Just a small room with like a table or something. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Maybe I do make it 6 wide. That way I can have a small room here and then still have plenty of area to decorate. Maybe that's what we do. We go ahead and go 6 wide. I mean 3 wide, not 6. I'm not a very good builder, so I'm trying to challenge myself. So it's going to be a little bit more slow paced than the other game that we had going. But I guess this will probably be more entertaining, at least I reckon. And then that could be like a little storage / break room. Might could even go 4 for the building and just throw the workshop out here. So if we go wood. Oh, going back, I didn't finish what I was talking about. But anyway, he was talking about windows and stuff, and he also did another thing. So I'm going to put little to no windows and see if that makes a difference. Because I think that will help, plus the better material you build out of. I do got to kind of keep a better pace. Because I'll start getting recruits that... I'll start getting recruits that going to want stuff that I don't have in stock. So that's how the game kind of pushes you to start progressing, which is kind of cool, but kind of also messes you up. So I don't think I'm going to put many windows in my builds at all, to be completely honest. I might do it here, now that I think about it, just so there is a window. You can kind of look out the front door, whoever works here. But I'm going to put less windows than what I was doing in the other builds. And then I'm also going to... I might even try the whole roof thing that the person was telling me about. He said it all helps. And even in my second tier structures, I still have wooden roofs on them because I didn't think clay roofs would look good. We might try that this time around, but I don't know. I was having a big issue with keeping people warm. And I'm not really sure what else I could have done to solve that issue. Let's go ahead and excuse me. Let's go ahead and make a simple roof. Do we want to go with this roof? Do we want to go with? Nah, we'll go with this roof. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else I could have done. That roof ain't lining up, but I don't want to sit here and mess with it. And then, hang on. I don't want to sit here and fiddle with it too much because this is all going to get upgraded probably down the road. Maybe even redesigned. We'll see. Then I gotta find those gables. That roof is really bugging me. Let me now that I got those gables in, maybe it'll go in better. Alright. That's one thing I hope they work on is, see, you can see that crack. I feel like all that's going to matter. Now that I've actually seen it, I didn't think it would when that person was telling me about the tips and stuff. That's why he that's why he puts the roof in right here to help with that. But I don't like that because it's just like it don't. Well, when you're right here, I guess it is tall enough. It just, I feel like when you do that, I feel like it's too cramped. But we may try it, like I said, in the houses anyway. I may not worry about it too much yet at the workplace. At least not this one. They're gonna be outdoors anyway. We'd like to try to get at least this built. The Gatherer's Hut built. Now the prefab Gatherer's Hut wasn't too bad. I may actually use that one. May actually use that one and change it up a little bit later, if need to be. But that one actually wasn't too bad. I'm gonna, before I put the rest of these in, I'm gonna try to get some lights in here. Do a little bit of decoration. We're going to give them a table. Trying to think of what else I could put in here. We'll go ahead and do a table. Might even throw that in front. That way they could open it up while they're sitting at the table. Have a nice little view. Well, that's why I was going to put the... I can't see. I'm going to throw that in front. Not towards this candle. Where do we want to put the candle? We'll put it... I gotta have flames. Okay, that's fine. Let me go ahead and throw this majigger down. I'm gonna stick it... How do we want to go about this? We'll just stick it like... Yeah, we'll stick it like that. We'll also go ahead and get the salt thing, which is going to go on the inside as well. I'm going to put the... Put that there. Put the storage... That's not what I was thinking. Put the storage... We'll go ahead and stick that... Get that so where it could at least be go ahead and craft up a good bit of these. We're gonna need it. Gotta get a house built next, and we gotta get a storage place built next, and the storage place is actually quite nice as well. I might use that one for the time being as well. Because I have a design in my head that I want to go with, but I want to wait until I get some more different building materials. I like before I go with it. So we'd like to see if we can eventually get stone and stuff. But it was technically the build is going to look like a barn for the most part. Try to attempt it. So wood would make sense. But, we'll see. I may make it out of clay as well. But I just want the prefab that they give you to start with is not too bad. It comes pretty decently. It was mainly the prefab houses that I used a bunch of. It was hard to upgrade them, but like to make it so you could put more than just 2 people in them without it looking cramped, in my opinion. So, that should be enough of that. And then let me go ahead and do, before I forget, we'll go with, I think I like this one. This might change the way I needed the roof. I might move that over somewhere. I'm gonna put them at least a roof over here. But if I throw that there, that there, how does that look? Not too bad, not fair. Then we'll go. I don't know if I like the way that looks. Why does it look so awesome? I'll put it just the way I was doing it. Kind of like the way that looks. Has a little open area. I'll put a seating area right here. I do think I want to go ahead and move this over though. I wish there was a way instead of having this replaced. I wish there was. If there is, then cycle too much. Then I don't see it. But instead of having just a straight deleted, I wish there was a way you could just move something. That would be awesome. And it may be coming. This is early access. Go down back to economy. Go back up here. And I guess I'll just put it like this. I want it the other way because they bring a bigger log. They really have. I guess they have. We'll go ahead and start doing some decorations. We'll go ahead and use a torch out here. Go ahead and put that about there. We'll go ahead and put it over here about the door. Probably stick it in the center as well. A little bit. That might catch the roof on fire. Might be a little bit. I can't wait till we can get off these torches. There's a better light source. With that being said, do some decorations. What can we throw out here? Throw some lumber stacks out here. Well, it's going to be. Honestly, I guess if you're going to do the lumber stack, you should just do the storage. It adds pretty good. Gonna want some seed. I guess it's a Mario right there. Hopefully I put that in right. That's bad about not doing it. Put the door. Gotta put that in right. I think I would prefer it the other way. To be honest with you. We can go ahead and put a table. We'll go ahead and put the table over here. As soon as they come in, that way they. Candle. Put the candle there. We'll go ahead and put chest. You might want to have a few crates sitting around. Throw some odd pieces of wood in. I want to get to at least the and honestly, you might need another light source. We'll see how dark it is in here whenever nighttime comes and we're over this way. What else could we possibly put on over here? I guess we could just throw a thing of water. Put it kind of in the back corner. Oh, they changed the recipe of that, I think. I think you used to put that. Yeah, okay, can't put that yet then. Somewhat makes sense. Guess we could throw a bench outside. That way it's actually going to be closer to the I get us to good enough to where we can to the way it's got to at least be, if that makes sense. Don't want to waste too much time on it, just want to get it up and going. Where's it at? Oh yeah, so we'll put it in there. Put it in there. Put it in there. Put it in there. This is going to be good enough for now because we're to the at least the requirements. Mess with it some more later. I'm gonna put their house close so if they gotta go get warm, it's not a big walk. Like I said, this house is gonna be for multiple people. Probably gonna make it probably just gonna make it a smaller house. Probably make it like a 4x4 house or another 2x3 house. This could be a little bit more better decorated a little bit. Oh, I forgot to build this. We're not gonna worry about putting the gable on this. It's just mostly to try to keep the rain off. There's a few more things we could add if we ever need more structural score, but we know it's the decoration score that we're gonna be needing. But for now, I think that's going to be good enough. I don't really like the fact that they have to walk from all the way over here to in there to drop off the materials. But for now, we'll leave it for now. So that's working. I'm probably going to go ahead and need to get some trees. I'm going to run off in a distance a little bit to get trees. That way they don't have to when I get there working. Trying to debate what kind of house I want to build. We'll go ahead and fill up our inventory again on logs. So maybe we can get through at least another build. I didn't really want to run off this far. I don't really know where I want to put the house. It needs to be close to that because I'm going to also have the gatherer's hut. We'll see. I got at least 2 more things I want to build in this episode. I know it's kind of similar to the other episode. Actually, the other episode was a lot longer, but I think I'm gonna try to keep them about an hour, no more than like an hour and a half. I'm already way behind. It's already Easter. I need to get the library up and going. I want to get the foundry unlocked first, but I'm going to get to a point where if you don't do the tavern first, then you get stuck behind the tavern. And then I was getting stuck behind, must be out of inventory space, yeah, okay, that's fine. I have to try to remember that stair and come back for it. I don't know if I like that, build, that's, okay for now, I guess. The house itself, I kind of want to build, what am I going to build? So I don't want to destroy those resources right there. What is this anyway? Copper. Yeah, I definitely don't want to get rid of that. So I definitely think I'm going to try to put the tavern here. And then I think I might start building houses along down this way. At least a couple. So you know what? Let me just build a house straight across the road and hope it's not in the way of the future tavern. Yeah, I guess we would do that. I guess that's fine. I guess if I can always move it. So with this house, I think we're gonna do a similar design. Do we want to go 3? Do we want to go 3 back, or do we want to go 3 wide? Trying to think about. Ooh, go high enough up. That seems too high. I'm trying to think, like, I like the ideal of, you know what, let me try something. This may not look, do we even have, yeah, we do. So if I do the staircase like such, put it in the back of the house, I'm going to try this. I like the idea of having the living quarter downstairs and then like the bedroom / like bathroom area upstairs, and if I do a 4x4, then that should give me plenty of room for at least 4 beds, which is what this house is going to probably be. So let's try this out. Let's see if we can get this to work. It may not be big enough for decorations, is what I'm worried about. especially for getting up to the higher tiers. Because I built a 6x6 and I had it pretty decorated and everything. And I'm not really sure if I was stuck behind not having enough people. I'm not really sure, but I could only get it to allow me to put 5 in there. I know you can build the whole house and then come back to this, but kind of find it a little bit easier to do it as you're going. Kind of do it both ways, especially when I'm trying to test this out. This may not work. I may end up having to throw a 2 more foundations on this bad boy. So as far as the walls go, like I said, I'm gonna put little to no come on in windows. But doing this, come on, you was just over there. Putting walls up and stuff could be a pain. It might have been easier to put the walls up before the there it goes. We just put a wall up here. See if it helps this one go in. Oh, there it was. Ew, man. And then I don't know where I'm gonna put the window. Probably right by the door. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking the window will go here, and then the doorway will go here. That way they can walk straight upstairs if they need to be. So this will be the doorway. I wish you had better control over the building, like doing it with you having to move your character around. It's not a necessarily bad thing, but I do feel that it limits you at the same time. Well, it makes it not so much limit, but it makes it a pain. Even in other games that do the same thing, like if you ever played Ark, it's the same thing, and it was kind of a pain at times. If you were in creative mode, that is. What am I looking for? Oh yeah. Do I want to throw? I didn't leave enough room for a porch. So we will throw a porch on this particular house. And then we'll go ahead and do the decorations on the bottom and then we'll move to the top. As always, we'll throw a torch on the outside just for some light. Which way the door will open? Maybe it'll open up the route. No, see, I don't like that. I feel like that door is in backwards. I can't tell with these doors. The wooden doors I can tell easily with. It actually has it. Maybe if I put it in this way. No, still putting it in, but not the way I want it. I don't like that. That looks so goofy. Definitely needs a porch. Kind of wish I would have made it. You know what? We don't have to throw a porch on there. That just looks. Not really a porch, so to speak, but that just looks too goofy. And then we'll do the That's why I don't like making it so tall, but you kind of have to get around the. Put it there to get around the hills and stuff. That will make me feel a little bit better about how this is looking. One more final. I think that's on down. One of them. I think it's Do that. Do that. I wish you could put them going down the stairs. Maybe we'll get that eventually. We'll get the storage, and then we'll go gather a little bit of food and get the gatherer going. Don't know if we'll get it in this episode, but we'll at least try to get at least the storage we can probably get in, and even the next two buildings I was going to build to get in. So I'm just going to use the prefab for those two. For now, because like I said, they're not bad. I didn't really have much issues with those, at least not starting out. To the like I said, the main thing I kind of like wasn't big enough, and then when it come time to upgrade them, I was having some issues with that because I had to build everything so close. And so this time around, I'm trying to make the houses a little bit bigger, for at least try to get at least 4 people in it. For now, and then we'll eventually build bigger ones. I might could even get the whole 6 in this. So there's that. This we need. This will need. That's not what I meant to hit. Nah, this ain't gonna be big enough. Nah, this ain't gonna be big enough either. I'm gonna need 2 more foundations, preferably that way. Unless I just cramp them in there, and that's not what I necessarily want to do. Tragic. Plenty of area to decorate the bottoms downstairs, but I'm not seeing it being enough area to. We'll try. Before I go any farther than what I am, I'm gonna try to get this stuff in. Well, I guess I need the walls up, I guess. For 4 people, I'm thinking at least. It would be nice to have a window up here, but that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid. This might look goofy, honestly, since it's so small, with it being 2-story. And no windows, it definitely looking a little goofy, to be honest with you. So that's... Maybe we can make this work and try to get at least 4. I might get, might look a little cramped. But I guess if it works, huh? This is gonna look goofy. I can already feel it. Like, the more I'm looking at that over there, the more I'm not liking it even. Honestly, I may go throw a heat source over there. To be honest, see, I just am not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Because if I do this, that looks goofy, doesn't it? But I want it to be kind of like a bedroom. But I don't think the door frame will fit how it needs to fit. Nah, I don't think the door frame's gonna fit right. What I will do is I'll leave that wall up. And then we'll we'll put this there, and we'll leave this kind of like, I don't know, maybe I don't know what I put over there, to be honest with you. But this, see, yeah, I'm just not seeing it being. Before I go any more decorative, let's see here. Let's just go over here to beds. The economy. I'm just not seeing it happening. Without it looking just cramped in here. Like... I don't look horrible, but you see, at the same time, I just... Because I usually like to put chests in front of the beds, so they have like their own personal like storage area, if that makes sense. Put this here, I'm afraid they won't be able to get in the beds. So I'll put the wardrobe. And once again, I feel like I would need 4 wardrobes for it to make sense, if that makes sense. And then where is the... Yes. Oops. Then there's a washband that they can share. They'll need some lights. We'll probably throw the light close to the bathing area so they can see. Might even need another one, to be honest. That may not be enough. Honestly, this right here would have probably been a better spot. What do I want to throw here? That's a good question. I could honestly throw another wardrobe. See, even this, like behind the beds. Look how good that would look. It'd be like the own little thing. Honestly, well, I kind of wanted them to have a little privacy. I guess I could just throw a table over here. I don't know. I don't know yet. So that's good. Let me go and get the roof in. We're gonna just work. We're just gonna roll with this for now, and then we'll be using this for this particular house. Now these pieces generally work pretty right. I usually don't have a hard time with these, and now that I was bragging about this particular piece, now I'm having a hard time with it. But I usually don't have too bad of a time with this particular piece. Is it? It is dark as crap up here, ain't it? It is quite dark. I feel like they've lowered the light of this. I feel like there's a lot brighter than what they are. I guess I'll throw a desk over here with a. Let me just throw a table up here. It's decent. Plus two sitting areas. What is this? Large basket. Actually, these baskets could be for like clothing. Don't want in there. Anyway, what was I? Can throw a chest right here. Just for a little bit of decoration store. No. Where is that table? Table can go right here, just so they have a place to sit. Two of them anyway. And it's a good place to throw. It's a good place. Ooh. That is so big. I wonder if this is supposed to go outside. It's so big. I bet that's supposed to go outside. Like on a porch or something. Because that would be... that's quite big too. For it being up here in this little area. Let me just and then I feel like this needs to be lower. Is that about the same height? Yeah, kinda. Didn't really want to throw a light over here. Is when I sleep, but I guess if you want to, I can turn it off. Alright, that should be good there. I typically throw one up the stairways. So I can see. What I like doing here is... man, I had it. we finish this house, I'm gonna call it a good start. What I'll probably do in between episodes, since it's just gonna be prefab, you're not gonna really be messing anything. I'm gonna build those 2 prefabs I was talking about, the storage house, and then the storage house and the gatherer's hut. Did I put that chest up there? I think I did. This is a better spot for it. Better spot for it for sure. And then next episode, we'll probably work on trying to get the library up and going. I want to look. That's weird. Throw a light about right here. Probably throw one about there. Did I forget the door? Forgot the door. Yeah, I was having issues with the door. I remember now. It's a decoration. I may have to do what I don't like doing, because I feel like that ain't right either. Just so, yeah, but at least it opens up like that. Where do I want to put the heat at? I feel like right here would be good. I gotta get that in here too. We've already got a table, so we'll just make this one right here. So the only other thing we gotta have in here for this to be a house is heating source. Wrong thing. And I would like to have 2 of them. But I don't really know where it makes sense at. See, I'm not gonna like that. At least I got to. Much. Oh, I'm out of doing everything. I know I said I was gonna save these for them, but I think that's what I'm gonna put together soon. chop this tree down. Like I said, I think I'm gonna go together. So this way too. That should be enough for now. Let's see what our recruits are before we go. Then, like I said, I'll get that stuff. I gotta, yeah, that looks so weird. I'm not liking that at all. I am not liking that. It makes it even look more weird with it having no windows. Oof. That's pretty bad. That's, see, I don't like, see, that's why I put windows in. It makes it, breaks it up. Yeah, I'm not liking that. That's horrible. We may have to redesign this. I'm gonna leave it for now though. So I gotta get some folks in here. Gotta get some folks living in my village. I might mess with the design once I get a few things going. See, I really want 2 of those. I don't think one's enough. For this is a completely blank area as well. The house that I built that was bigger, can't build it. It was actually better than this. Once I get clay unlocked, I'll probably just start doing those. I think I made a prefab out of it. This might work for now. Like I said, I'm not liking this at all. I like it from the inside, but like I still got some decorations. I would like to have at least 2 of these. But I'm thinking for a 2-story house, you're gonna want at least a 2 by either a bigger square, like the one that I built before, or at least a 2 by 3 might look better. But like windows makes it look way better. But I'm gonna see putting no windows, see if it makes it any better for the coldness. And then actually I can just do this. We'll try these tip out too in some of the buildings. Well, I don't know if I do it all of them, but probably the houses. See if that helps with the code. Because like I said, I had several heating spots, like in multiple buildings, and I don't know for the life of me, they were just still freezing. Oh, my decoration score is actually really high, so honestly, I just leave it like this for now. It's ugly, but it'll work for now. We're gonna call that a day. Before I do end it, let's go ahead and see what recruits we do have. So I need one that is good. might see. Well, I can't get these two. So the only one I could is this. Yes, I think it will. Yeah, I think it will. He'd be a good for the storage unit if he's a decent fighter, but he won't be good for the He'd be really good. But he wants to tab. See, I'm already getting a lot behind tabs and a lot behind library thing. And honestly, if I could throw another bed in here, I might make someone live downstairs. Nah, I'm joking. For now, we're gonna leave this. Call it good. Like I said, I'm probably going to get those other two buildings going. Cause I think I'm gonna put one about right here going out, and it'll be a little bit of a walk space. There also won't be so much of a straight line. It'll kind of break it up a little bit. But other than that, appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody watching. Let me know what you think. Give me some ideas, and we'll see what I can do. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. Until next time.